just took a 2-month break from comedy because my wife and I had a baby, so I took a couple months off. He's here tonight with her, sitting over there being quiet, so hopefully he's not disturbing anybody. But I've been also trying to lose weight in that time. I've been trying to, try to exercise a little bit more, trying to watch what I eat, and people have been saying, you really got to stop drinking, just stop drinking alcohol. My wife tried it for 9 months while she was pregnant. She didn't lose a pound, so I don't know what they're talking about. I'm just going to keep drinking, so see how that works out for you guys. There's some things that you just can't unsee when you're a dad. There's sometimes when your child's just constipated and he's just like, can't get it out, and you feel like you're on Wheel of Fortune. You're like, yes, Pat, I would just like to buy a bowel, please. Just let it out. Other times, he just can't, diarrhea just can't stop going. Some of you parents out there may know what it's like. I'm not trying to stand up here and tell poop jokes the whole night, but I just can't look at that Hershey tour the same way again. The way they make chocolate just doesn't resonate the same way with me, guys. I'm not going on that ride anymore. So I've been doing some shopping in the kids' toy stores lately, a little bit more than I used to. And I don't know if you guys have seen up on the shelves the homeless Barbie that they have on the shelves now. She hangs out across the Hudson River with her boyfriend, Hobo Ken, right over there in the Hudson River. So I've been listening to some lullabies and some songs on the cradle that we have for my sons, a swing that goes back and forth. I really don't think Rockabye Baby should be one of the songs in there, the way it says that the cradle will rock and down will come baby, cradle and all. I feel like that's really not putting the kid in a good place, and I start to scatter every time I hear that lyric in the song. I feel like the cradle's going to fall down. I thought it'd be really cool to maybe make an interactive cradle for toddlers that does kind of drop a little bit when it gets to that lyric in the song and make all the parents freak out and try to catch the cradle. But maybe not for my 2-month-old. I feel a little bit scared being a dad at that point. But you guys watched the Olympics recently? They just finished last week. So the U.S. kicked butt pretty well. I'm pretty proud to say that. I don't know if you guys saw the one race where there was a Russian guy, a guy from Thailand, and a guy from Finland. They were rushing to the finish, but they were at the tie. So they put the medals that way. So do you guys know this is the first Olympics actually to have a presidential candidate as one of the judges? That's right, Donald Trump was one of the judges for the fencing competition. He was just really looking for more people to build that huge wall around the United States in the fencing competition. So, speaking of Donald Trump and Chris Christie, Donald Trump in the upcoming presidential race, Chris Christie was a little upset, the governor of New Jersey, that he wasn't chosen as the vice presidential candidate. I think Trump just saw the ticket as Christie Trump, and he didn't want people to think that there were 2 women running for president, so he nixed that idea. And also Chris Christie, there's only 1 seat for the vice president. We know Chris Christie would have needed 2 seats for the vice presidential role. And Trump has been said that he's going to offer some people, may offer Chris Christie a seat on his cabinet. Unfortunately, Chris Christie chose the kitchen cabinet for his role. And let's see how he makes out there. And but Donald Trump did choose Mike Pence, the governor of Indiana, for his running mate, and as you guys all may know. And I'd like to call it the quickest season of The Apprentice ever. Donald Trump just went out there and picked it instead of going through a whole reality show season of it. And as you guys may know as well, that the vice presidential role doesn't pay very well. There's a lot of athletes out there that are signing contracts to make a lot more money than the vice presidential role has right now. And Mike Pence has a family of a wife and 3 children himself, and if they were in the vice presidential role, they would just be 6 pence none the richer if they had one more child. Kiss me under. Sorry. So you guys ready for some impressions? Everybody's really had some impressions here tonight. You guys ready for some impressions? Yeah. All right. Well, I don't have any. I just want to tell you what my dentist said the last time I got fitted for my retainer. So I'm also not a phlebotomist, but I did want to let you guys know that I did draw blood tonight. So it's for all you guys out there autographing after the show. I drew some blood. I went to seminary school a few years ago to become a pastor, and I had a cow in one of my classes, and I was wondering, what's a cow doing in one of my classes? And he said he just wanted to become pasteurized. So we'll see how that worked out for him. He graduated top of the class. You guys heard of the term college kids are doing lately called butt chugging, where they try to get their beer in their system a lot faster by putting it through their butts? I knew a guy that tried it once. It really wrecked him. I knew that guy was always just an asshole. So earlier, I never brought up Pokemon Go, and I wanted to touch on that a little bit. I think it's just Google Earth's way of finding easier ways to get teenagers to do work for them by going around the neighborhoods and finding all these areas that Google Earth doesn't have on their cameras already. I think it's been a pretty good way of free labor on the teenagers. And it's also been a way that, and now we're saying how the perverts on the subways are using Pokemon Go and just trying to get away with using Pokemon Go as an excuse to look up people's skirts or peek in their windows. But as an excuse for the stalkers, they could just say they're trying to get a Pikachu.